What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we have a rifle from Q. We have a Sugar Weasel, aka the poor man's honey badger, as I've heard it called. I'm going to say it's the poorer man's honey badger, because even though it's less expensive than the honey badger, it's still not cheap. Very, very obtainable for most. Very nice, worth every dollar, but they are not cheap rifles. Three quick things before we get started. Bro, Q is a unique company. They have unique names, they have unique designs, unique colors, unique attitudes towards things. They're a very unique company in a good way. Second was, I want to stress how lightweight this white rifle is. I don't want to forget, for a very full-size 16-inch rifle with a not pencil barrel at all. The barrel has some meat on it. It's still only like 5 pounds, so it's a very, very lightweight, very high quality rifle, which I love. Third, sponsor of the video is Radian Tactics. They loaned this rifle to the channel for the review, which was very, very nice of them. They're linked down below to their Instagram and YouTube. More on them in a second. I'll tell you why they are so awesome and you need to follow them in just a minute. Let's start talking about the Sugar Weasel. So this is the 16-inch 5.56 version. You can also get 2 different barrel lengths in 300 blackout, and they're all ideal to suppress. They do a lot of things like the adjustable gas block we're going to talk about that makes these, and the barrel has a tapered muzzle at the end that makes it ideal for you to add preferably one of their suppressors or whatever suppressor that you want. Oh, the stock, sorry. Wow, I had a brain freeze there. Alright, this comes with the Magpul SLK stock. It's a really, really small one. I don't love this small stock. It makes sense trying to keep the weight down, especially on one of the shorter barrel versions of this. If this was my rifle, this is probably the only change I would make. Just personal preference, no big deal. The stock is fine, it works well. I just don't like the way it fits in my shoulder. I'm always messing with it. Your buffer and buffer tube is standard as far as how they work. Obviously, with Q has the 500 shades of FDE and gray, and the design shouldn't work together and look good, but it does. It looks fantastic. So you have an anodized buffer tube. They do a lot of clear anodizing, and it's weird, but it looks great. I don't get it. Charging handle is great as well. Radian still makes the charging handles for Q, one of the few companies they still make charging handles for. And man, Radian, everyone used the Radian Raptor years ago until Radian stopped. And it does have that lip there. Again, another thing why you want to shoot, well, if you're going to shoot this suppress, it has a lip to block a lot of that gas coming back in your face. Again, very geared towards that. The grip is Reptilla. The Reptilla grips are fine. This is one of the shorty Reptilla grips. I'd probably put a longer grip on here. That's probably the second thing I would change, but Reptilla is good. No need, no issues with the grip. So before we talk about what Q calls the best trigger in the world, and we're going to talk about that, I want to tell you a little bit about Radian Tactics. And yes, I have to cheat. So they're veteran and former LEO owned. They do a lot of webinars online. I've noticed they do a bunch of different webinars, but not only you can learn some really cool stuff, but they also do giveaways like guns, knives, and ammo on their webinars as well. So you can get some knowledge, get some free stuff, which is cool as well. They have a VIP program, and I'm going to say it's kind of similar to Big Daddy Unlimited before Big Daddy, when Big Daddy Unlimited was cool. Similar, you sign up for their VIP program, you get close to cost on items, so you get a lot of really, really good deals. So what I need you to do, please, go down in the video description. There's a link to their YouTube and Instagram pages, wherever you are social. Please give them a follow, check it out. I don't think you'll regret it at all with all the cool things they do. I don't think you'll regret it, but yeah, so the trigger is really, really nice. I don't know if I could say it's the nicest trigger in the world like they do, but it is a very, very nice trigger. So the take up to the wall is light. There's like no pressure to it. The wall is crisp, clean, light. The break is beautiful, saucy, just great. The weird part is the reset is short, slightly tactile, slightly audible, but there's not a lot of oomph. There's not a lot of push back on your finger. So doesn't affect me shooting. I didn't feel it. I didn't care, but I wanted to mention it to you. I don't know how many of you are going to care that's not a very forceful reset, but I like to present the facts and let you decide. But overall, the trigger is really, really nice. I don't know if I can call it the nicest trigger in the world like the Q website says, but it is a very nice trigger. Both your mag release and bolt release are standard. Again, one of the reasons that the Sugar Weasel is less expensive than the Honey Badger, some of the controls are a little more basic. What is really nice is going to be the safety. It comes with a Radian ambi safety that's a 70 degree throw, and as I've shot this through several hundred rounds, I like somewhat shorter throw safeties, and I love ambi safeties, so this one is really nice. Not only does the color add to the aesthetics, the quality of it is very good as well. Now the upper and lower are a forged set aluminum. Now this is another reason why it's less expensive than the Honey Badger. The Honey Badger comes with a set of billet upper and lower, and it has the cutouts on each side. Their brace stock thing, well, the arms for it will slide inside of the upper and lower, and that definitely adds to the cost. So this is a little less expensive by being aluminum, and it has, again, that clear anodize on it that just looks so damn good with the giant Q on the side. I just love the way I love the way the rifle looks. Let's slide up to the handguard here. So the handguard is a 15-inch handguard, has M-lock all around, top, bottom, middle, everywhere. Obviously it has Picatinny rail along the top all of the way. And like a lot of things on this rifle, it's over-engineered in a good way, not in a bad way. It has two anti-rotation tabs that sync up with the upper, so the lockup between the upper and the lower, and then the lockup between the handguard and the upper is really, really solid. So if you are going to use this for a night vision type gun, the lockup is good. I don't think you're going to lose zero on your. You should have them all. Who are we kidding? Don't get anything else. Just go and get them all. A couple other things on the handguard that I really like. The lockup for the handguard is very, very unique. It's different than any other system I've ever seen. And as you tighten down this adjustable bolt, I don't know exactly what to call it, it integrates or locks into the barrel nut. And the barrel nut itself is big, beefy, and nicely done. But the handguard, it opens up and locks into the handguard, so it's going to be almost into the barrel nut, excuse me. So it's going to be almost impossible for it to back out. And I'll roll in some B-roll. I probably already am at this point, so you can see what I mean close up. I did take it apart. It's simple, it's easy, it works well, it's effective, it's yeah, it's pretty cool. The other thing on the handguard I want to point out, we're going to talk about the adjustable gas block in a second, but there is a little a cutout in the handguard as well, so you can easily adjust the adjustable gas block. The optic you see on here is a Brownells 1:8 and a Reptilla mount. That's what I went with on this. The light is a cloud light because I think they make the best rifle lights, and that is all I did to accessorize it. Yes, I should have had a sling on it. Every gun should have a sling, but it's not my gun to keep, so I was being lazy. Alright, let's talk about the barrel next. The barrel is a stainless steel barrel, so it's going to have the ability to be a very, very accurate gun. I say ability because as shooters, we need to do our part, obviously. You got to have the right ammo, but being it's a stainless barrel, the inherent accuracy is definitely there. It has a tapered muzzle down the end. It has the threads are 1/2 by 28. It has a 1-in-7 twist. It's chambered in 5.56. And that's, for the most part, that is it on the barrel. Now, the other thing that is unique on the barrel is the way the gas block seats onto the barrel. Most guns most less expensive guns just have 2 screws that go up, and it's usually fine. Some people pin it across. This is threaded on, and I'm sure they use some sort of Roxette Loctite type thing. So it rotates on to locks it in place even better. And again, simple but over-engineered, effective, works well, really good. And then again, it is an adjustable gas block. One of the many reasons this would work so well suppressed, even though I can't have suppressors. It's okay. I'm not complaining. It does come with both of the Allen wrenches, so there's a 2 Allen wrench system. It kind of has like a lockout that you have to back out before you can adjust the gas flow. To the right will choke it down or decrease the gas flow. To the left will increase it. Now this gun, the way it came from the factory, was a tiny bit overgassed. I should have adjusted it because it only takes 2 seconds, but I didn't. Shame on me. I was being lazy. I'm sorry. Muzzle device is called a Cherry Bomb. Again, great name. It has holes all the way around 360 degrees. It's a very good all-around muzzle brake. So it's good at flash suppression. It's good at killing some of that felt recoil. It's a very, very good overall muzzle brake. It's also threaded. Again, you want to add a suppressor. It's a quick detach thread on for one of their suppressors. Just I don't have many bad things to say about this gun. I'm going to pop it open and I'll show you the BCG. It's a fairly standard BCG, but a nice standard BCG. It wasn't branded at all, which I was kind of surprised. I guess with Q I shouldn't be, but it was an unbranded BCG. So when I first saw it, I was like, "Ooh, what is this thing made out of?" I believe the carrier is 8620, but don't quote me on that because I couldn't find that anywhere. The bolt, which is more important, is 9310 steel, which is great. It's magnetic particle inspected, which is also great, and high pressure tested. The staking is very, very nice on it, so it looks like a good everyday BCG. Nothing crazy to write about. All right, while I put this back together, you can look at the dimensions, the weight, the price, all that good stuff. Again, it's a lot less expensive than the other Q rifles. I'm not going to call it cheap, but I do think it's worth the price that you see up here on the screen. All right, testing. First thing we do is hit it with a whole bunch of gun butter. We want to make sure that the gun is running smooth. Let me see if I get my camera to focus on this. I'll hide my face. There we go, gun butter. That's the lube of choice on this channel. I love gun butter. You can get it at Primary Arms and Midwest Gun Industries if you are interested. I easily hit the 500 round mark. So again, one of these rifles, one of these guns, once you start shooting it, you don't want to put it down. It's just a nice gun. It shoots really nice, and I had a lot of fun. I had 3 or 4 of my buddies shoot it as well, just to make sure my high opinion of the gun wasn't off base, because I really don't have any cons. It's a nice gun, and I wanted to make sure that my other educated buddies had the same feeling. So anyway, 0 issues, 0 problems, no malfunctions. I don't want to give it back to Redline Tactics, but I have to, unfortunately. As always with the testing, we start off with some low ready, some high ready, did a bunch of transitions, magazine exchanges, hitting different targets at different distance, you know, like 20 yards real quick and then 100 yards out a little further, and practicing those transitions. I also brought it to the longer range I belong to here, and we did some bench rest shooting just off a bag or whatever I had. We did some prone shooting as well. Nothing crazy, because the longest range in Rhode Island is 300 yards. And with a 1-to-8 optic and a nice rifle, it is not very hard to hit steel at 300 yards. So I didn't need to be the most solid platform. I didn't need to be in a sled or anything. The prone was fine. It was very, very easy to get hits. And yeah, it was just a pleasant gun to shoot. All right, these are my pros. Lightweight, very lightweight. Over-engineered in a good way. Things like the handguard, and what else did I mention that's over-engineered? The tapered muzzle, the cherry bomb. I don't know what else I mentioned, but it's a very, very nice gun. Definitely worth the price. Definitely over-engineered in a good way. It's made in the States, actually right up in New Hampshire, just a few hours for me, which I love. I love the names of their product. I know that really shouldn't matter, but I love unique names when companies do that, and Q nails the unique names. I wish I could think of more of them besides, you know, Thunder Chicken is the other one I missed. The Fix, there's a whole bunch of good ones. And I love how well they work with suppressors. Again, I can't have them, so I couldn't test it with a suppressor, but I have shot a ton of suppressors. I'm fairly informed on them, and this thing is ready to go if you want to shoot it suppressed, which is great. Cons, again, I got nothing. It's a nice rifle. I like Q rifles. They're not cheap, but they are worth every single dollar, especially this one's being well sub $2,000 for a Q rifle. I don't think you can go wrong there. Overall, it's a dope rifle, dope name, dope company, dope colors. I wish I was keeping it, but I have to give it back to Redline Tactics, unfortunately. But they are the sponsor of the video, so one last time, let me quickly thank them. The link to their Instagram and YouTube is down in the video description. Again, they give discounts, they give away free product, they give away a ton of knowledge. Seems to be a really good person who's trying to grow their social media, and as you guys know, it's very difficult to grow social media now as a gun-related page, so please give them a follow. I'll appreciate it. He appreciates it. It won't hurt you. We started doing the giveaways on my Patreon. I used to every single month give away something on my Patreon page, and I started it again. First month is going to be this med kit from Live the Creed. If you support me on Patreon, you are entered automatically. If you want to, there's a link down below. If not, it's okay. I love you. We also have swag. There's another way to support the channel. The link is down below. They're very soft, athletic fit t-shirts, nice high quality patches. Everything's made by TriStar Trading Company, and there's another way to support me if you want to. If you don't, that's okay. I'm done chilling. I still love you. Just do me a favor. Like, comment, subscribe, enable the bell notification, especially subscribe. I was averaging like 1,200 subscribers a month, and all of a sudden I'm down to 500. YouTube is killing me. Come on, YouTube. But if you think I deserve it, please do those things. Subscribe to the channel. If you don't, Santa told me you're not going to get a honey badger for Christmas. And that's just cold. See you guys next time. Peace.